What's up? It's Kelly. Welcome to another practice. You might need a block for this practice, or if you have a sturdy water bottle or something that can just bring the floor closer to you later in the practice, would be great. You also might need something like that for sitting on. Today's practice, I really want to talk about emotions and feelings. There's a quote, it's famous, allegedly from the Buddha, where the Buddha says, "I am the finger that's pointing to the moon. And do not focus on me. Focus on the moon." And I feel like that translation, he's telling us, don't get too caught up on the way, the teaching, the translation of the teaching, or the teacher, right? Which we can do. I know I've done it. And when I think about emotions, I do think of my emotions as a teacher of sorts. Emotions, when we tap into them, if we follow the thread to somewhere deeper, it usually leads to revealing some way that we feel, a way that we feel underneath that emotion. And when we acknowledge, allow ourselves to feel our feelings all the way through, what we might discover is what we need. Now, we aren't going to focus on what we need for the practice today. The focus will be, let's just follow the feeling. The mantra will be to breathe and let be. The practice is simply to allow. Let's get into it. We will start standing. Put your block to the side for later use. Feet on the ground. One hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. Soften your gaze to a half gaze or even close your eyes if that feels good and safe. Allow yourself a moment to go more inward. Take a look around, what's going on internally. And notice what emotions are with you. And as you notice what emotions are with you now in this moment, how does that make you feel? Follow the feeling with the help of your breath. Inhale, breathe. Exhale, let be. Inhale, blink your eyes all the way open. Take your arms out into a cactus shape, or you might even take your hands behind your head. Elbows nice and wide. Breath in. When you exhale, rotate your spine to your right side. This is lateral rotation. Take a breath in. And then exhale, move back to center. This is medial rotation. Inhale up through the crown of your head, nice and tall through your spine. Exhale, revolve to your left side from your spine so your hips stay neutral, pointing forward. And then inhale, move back through center. Exhale one more time for good measure to your right. Inhale, center. Exhale, lateral rotation to your left. And inhale through center. Exhale, release your arms down to your side. We will focus on lateral rotation of the spine today. Bring your feet about your hips width or slightly wider. Knees and toes front forward. Inhale, reach arms out and up. If it hurts you to have your biceps frame your ears, bring your arms forward at a diagonal a bit. Exhale, hinge from your hips. Fingertips to your block or the ground. Relax your head. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to your block or shins. Exhale, bend your knees, plant your hands, and step your feet back to plank pose. Take a breath in. Exhale, set your knees down or not. Squeeze your elbows in, point them back as you lower yourself to the ground. Untuck your toes. Press down to the tops of your feet and your hips. Take your arms into a cactus shape at your sides, or even take your hands behind your head. When you inhale, lift your heart, lift your head. As you exhale, rotate to your right side. Left elbow down, right elbow back. Inhale to center. Exhale, rotate to your left side. Right elbow down, left elbow back. Inhale through center. You're thinking chest open or cobra. Exhale, lateral rotation from your spine. Your hips are both pushing down. Inhale through center. Exhale, lateral rotation to your left side. Hips are pointing down. You're rotating from your spine. Inhale through center. Exhale, hands down, tuck toes. Use your knees or not. Inhale, push up to plank pose. Exhale, hips up, hips back. Downward facing dog. Feel free to pedal your feet, shake out your head, do anything that feels good for you here. Tap into your Ujjayi pranayama, your yogic breathing. If you haven't already, that's when you breathe in through your nose and out through your nose. Make a little restriction in the back of your throat so it slows down, and perhaps then we'll feel deeper. That depth of breath can really help sustain you in your postures. Soften your knees, spread through your sit bones, tilt your tailbone to the sky, sort of shrug your shoulders to lift into the strength of them. Inhale, heels high. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward, step, lunge, or hop your feet to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, stand tall, arms out, arms forward at a diagonal or overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center, and relax your arms down. Inhale. Exhale, bend your knees, hips back and down. Inhale, arms into your cactus shape or hands behind head. As you exhale, rotate to your right side from your spine. Inhale through center. Exhale, rotate to your left side. Inhale through center. Exhale, charge your legs, hinge from your hips, fingertips to your block or the ground. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend your knees, move your block, fingertips down. Step your right foot back and keep your right knee lifted. Hands frame your left foot, you're light on your fingertips. You might need to use a couple of blocks or a couple really thick books underneath your hands if it's hard to get your fingertips to the ground. Inhale here. Exhale, squeeze your 2 feet towards each other until your hips lift a little. You're into the strength of your legs. Take another breath in. On an exhale, plant your right hand down and turn it out. Roll your right shoulder on your back and press straight down to the head of your arm bone. Left hand to left thigh, twist to your left side. Rotate laterally from your spine. Try to squeeze your outer glutes towards each other so your hips stay neutral or as level as possible. Option to take your left hand behind your head. You can keep it into a cactus shape or even extend. Inhale here. Exhale, reach back. And inhale, left hand down, back light on fingertips, framing your left foot. When you exhale, set your right knee down, walk your hands back, walk your right knee back. And when you inhale, dorsiflex your left foot so your toes are back to your shin. Exhale, work your left leg towards straight. It's okay if it won't go all the way there. You're working towards it. Left heel digs down and pulls back. Again, squeeze your outer glutes towards each other so your hips feel level. Press your booty back and reach your heart forward. Inhale, almost think like halfway lift through your spine. As you exhale, option to walk your hands forward or out. Bend your elbows and bow more to the inside of your left leg. Inhale. Exhale. Keep breathing, and as you breathe, notice what emotions are with you in this moment, here, now. And based on that recognition, how does that make you feel? Allow yourself to feel it all the way through. Inhale, breathe. Exhale, let be. Inhale, bend your left knee a little and take a peek at me. You'll exhale, re-straighten your left leg. That was just to give you a break. And use your block or knot underneath your right hand. You can use it on the small or middle edge or even the taller edge. Left hand to left thigh. Inhale, think halfway lift. You're working your left leg towards straight, although you can even notice mine isn't all the way straight, and that's okay. When you exhale, turn your right hand out, roll your right shoulder on your back, and press straight down through the head of your arm bone. Rotate, not from your hips, but from your spine to your left side. Just like we practice, left hand behind your head in a cactus shape, or re-extend. So it's similar to the twist we did from our lunge, but now we're in a half split shape. Chin close to your left shoulder, peek at your left hand with your right eye. Of course, if this is hurting your neck, you could look forward, out in front of you, or even down towards your mat. Inhale, reach. Exhale, squeeze your side waist in and then twist from your spine back to your left side. Inhale, bend your left knee, left hand down, move your block to the side. When you exhale, lift off your right knee, step your left leg back, inhale fully. Exhale, knees down or not, lower your body to the ground. Untuck your toes. Inhale to cobra, this time with your hands down, low or high cobra. Think more of a chest opener than a big, huge back bend. Exhale, heart and head down. Inhale, plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, length through arms and legs, sides of your waist. Exhale, empty your lungs. Engage your core, keep that. Inhale, heels high. Exhale, bend knees, look forward. Step, lunge or hop your feet to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, stand tall. Exhale, chair pose. Arms into a cactus or behind your head. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale, revolve your spine to your right side. Left elbow forward, right elbow back. Inhale through center. Exhale, revolve from your spine to your left side, left elbow back, right elbow forward. Inhale through center. Exhale, hinge from your hips, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend your knees, fingertips down, step your left foot back, keep your left knee lifted. Light on your fingertips. Use 2 blocks or a couple thick books underneath your hands if you feel like you need some support there, if you would like the floor to be closer to you. When you inhale, squeeze your 2 feet, magnetize them towards each other until your hips lift. Exhale, get lighter in your hands if you can. Use more strength of your legs. Take another breath in. Exhale, left palm rooted and turn your left hand out. You might use a block here. Roll your left shoulder on your back, press straight down to the head of your arm bone. Twist to your right side, revolve from your spine. So the idea is that you're keeping your hips as neutral towards the floor as possible, so pointing neutral to the ground. I think it helps to squeeze outer glutes towards each other in order to maintain that. Doesn't have to be perfect, we're working towards it. Option to take your right hand behind your head or keep a cactus shape. Inhale if you can in one, extend your right arm long. Exhale, inner thigh squeeze in, revolve from your spine, reach up and back a bit, take another breath in. Exhale, release, shoulders, turn square to the ground. Set your left knee down, walk your hands back, walk your left knee back, dorsiflex your right foot so your toes flare to your shin. Continue to walk your hands and reach your hips back. You can keep a little bend in your knees, especially if your hamstrings are really tight. It's not available to straighten your leg, we're working towards it, but you don't have to. Dig your right heel down and kind of pull it back, and then squeeze your outer glutes in towards one another. Then inhale, think booty back, heart forward. Exhale, option to bow in and down to the inside of your right leg. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, rebend your right knee for a moment to reset. And then exhale, rework your right leg back towards straight. Perhaps use your block, left hand on your block. You could even turn your left hand out. Roll your left shoulder on your back, press straight down to the head of your arm bone, and start to revolve from your spine to your right side. Right hand behind your head or in your cactus shape. Option to extend your right arm long, just like we found. Outer glutes squeeze in. Booty back, heart forward. Big breath in. Exhale, twist from your spine. Your right arm follows that. Inhale. Exhale, release. Bend your right knee, right hand down. Move your block to the side. Inhale, step back to plank. Exhale, lower your body all the way to the ground. Untuck your toes. Inhale, cobra low or high. Exhale, heart and head down. Inhale, plank. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, breathe. Exhale, let be. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step, lunge, or hop, feet to hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, stand tall. Exhale, chair pose, arms in cactus. Inhale, stand straight back up this time, arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. And relax your arms down. Inhale, let a breath pull through you. Exhale, empty that out. And kind of shake out. Check in. One hand to heart, one hand to belly. What emotion or emotions is with you now, right in this exact moment? Acknowledging that, how does it make you feel? Allow yourself to feel with the help of your breath. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend knees, fingertips down. Step your right foot back, keep your right knee lifted. Left knee over left ankle. Inhale, press strong into your front leg to come up to a high lunge. As you exhale, squeeze your 2 feet towards each other so you feel a sense of buoyancy beneath your seat. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, arms go to a cactus or behind your head. Inhale here. Exhale here. Inhale. When you exhale, rotate your spine to your left side. Left elbow back, right elbow forward. Inhale, stay here. Option to extend your arms long. Exhale, can you gaze past your left shoulder towards your left hand? Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, face front, reach both arms back up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, step your right foot forward until you can plant your heel down. You want your feet to be more on train tracks rather than a tightrope, so about hips width. Left toes are forward, right toes are forward, but maybe out 10 degrees or so. Take your hands to your hips and take a breath in. Exhale, hinge from your hips. Press the ball of your left foot. Keep a little micro bend in both knees. Think halfway lift through your spine, breath in. As you exhale, light touch to the skin of your belly. Rotate, not from your hips, but your spine to your left side. Right elbow down, left elbow up. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze your outer glutes in for stability, and to neutralize your hips, continue to twist. And then inhale back through center. As you exhale, bend your left knee, find your block or whatever you have that's kind of sturdy and stable, and go slow. Transfer more weight from your back foot to front foot and float your right foot up a little or a lot. The idea is that eventually you get your right heel in line with your right hip. You can keep this supported by your left knee being pretty bent. You can extend your left leg long if that's available for you. Stay here in a supported warrior 3 with your hands to a block and a little bend in your knee, or even take your hands underneath your heart center or back behind, work your left leg towards straight. Inhale. Exhale, bend your left knee, ground your right foot down. Again, it's those train tracks. Inhale, hands to hips, both legs nice and long. As you exhale, once again, hinge from your hips. Think 45 degrees to your torso, or like a halfway lift. Inhale. When you exhale, take your hands back to the skin of your belly at your ribs and rotate from your spine to your left side. So avoid rotating your hips, or really, it's not a rotation. Avoid letting one hip kick out or reach up if possible, focusing on this revolution of the spine. A lateral rotation, breath in. Exhale, right hand to your left shin, or better yet, find a block to the outside of your left ankle and shin. Outer glutes squeeze in for stability and to keep your hips level. Rotate from your spine even deeper to your left side. Option, take your arm into a cactus shape behind your head or extend. Inhale, think about length through your spine, your legs. Exhale, rotate from your spine to your left side. Your arm is an afterthought if it's up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, bend your left knee, unwind, reach both arms up. And exhale, hinge from your hips, fingertips to your block or the ground. Right foot meets left, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. And relax your arms down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hinge from your hips and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend your knees, fingertips down. Step your left foot back. Keep your left knee lifted. Inhale, push strong into your front leg and reach your arms up to high lunge. As you exhale, squeeze your 2 feet towards each other until you feel a sense of buoyancy beneath your seat. Inhale, arms into a cactus or hands behind your head. Exhale here. Inhale, nice and tall. Exhale, rotate laterally to your right side. Left elbow forward, right elbow back. Squeeze your outer glutes towards each other. That might help for stability. Rotate not from your hips, but from your spine. Inhale. Exhale. Option to extend your arms long and to look over your right shoulder towards your right hand. That spices it up a lot. Continue to bend into your front standing leg. Take another breath in and out. Inhale, release your twist, both arms up and look forward. Exhale, hands to your hips. Step your left foot forward 1 or 2 times until you can ground your left heel down and stand tall, 2 straight legs. Right toes forward, left toes forward but out maybe like 10 degrees. Again, your feet are on train tracks, more so than a tightrope, about hips width. Take your hands to your hips and draw a breath in. Exhale, hinge from your hips, halfway through your spine. Inhale, booty back, heart forward. And as you exhale, rotate from your spine. You can take your hand to the skin of your belly as well. Rotate from your spine to your right side. Squeeze your outer glutes towards each other. Rotate from your spine. Option to take your hands behind your head or arms into a cactus shape. Squeeze in. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale, bend your right knee, hands to heart center. Find your block or whatever you have that's stable. Inhale, slowly take more weight from your back foot to front foot and float your left foot. You might just float it a little, keep your right knee pretty bent, have your support underneath you. If you can, lift your left heel as high as your left hip. An option to work your right leg towards straight. Make sure that your block is stable. Stay here with the bent knee and your foot kind of low. Option to move your hands to your heart center and even work your both legs towards straight. Left toes turn down, even the pinky toe to keep your hips level. Another breath in. And then exhale, bend your right knee. Plant your left foot. Inhale, rise back up. Exhale, hands to heart. And inhale, hands to hips. Straighten both legs. Again, your feet are on train tracks and your stance is a little shorter than a high lunge. Let's take a breath together. Inhale, breathe. Exhale, let be. Inhale. Exhale, hinge from your hips. Booty back, heart forward, breath in. Take your hand to the skin of your belly. When you exhale, rotate your spine to your right side, left elbow down, right elbow back. And then take your left hand. Last time I didn't say this, but you can even take it to your thigh if it's too far to reach for your shin or a block on the outside of your right leg. Squeeze your outer glutes in to help level your hips and bring some stability. Option to take your right hand behind your head or in a cactus shape. Inhale, you might even straighten your right arm. Revolved triangle. It's a lot of work. Brings up a lot for me. I wonder what it's bringing up for you. Breathe into it, whatever it is. Revolving from the spine. Inhale. Exhale, bend your right knee. Move your block front. Inhale, left foot meets right, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up. Arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. And relax your arms down. Inhale. And exhale. Shake out. Take a couple breaths, maybe in like of a sigh out your mouth. We've made it to the peak pose. And some of you might have actually already come into a version of it. I do want to give lots of options. It's a revolved half moon, which brings our angle from revolved triangle, the points of contact and the angle, into a little bit of a different place. I do want to build this all the way up, and so you can, of course, take a second round of revolved triangle. It requires a lot of focus, a lot of strength, a lot of breath, all these things. And then give you the option to take that into a revolved half moon, which removes a point of contact and translates it into a different way. But I think I also will, because it's been a really challenging practice already, give a third modification option, which I'll show. So if you want, you can come onto your hands and your knees, and it might be good if we just all do this together, and then you can decide if you want to stay here and practice it, or if you want to move back up with me and do revolve triangle again and stay there. And then it's choose your own adventure style. You might stay or continue and explore revolved half moon. So from hands and knees, take your right leg back and lift your right foot. Turn your right toes down towards the ground, even the pinky edge, so you're trying to keep your hips neutral to the earth. Inhale, take your left hand to your left hip. As you exhale, rotate from your spine to your left side. Try to peek back over your left shoulder. You'll stay here or take your left arm into a cactus shape or behind your head. That really makes it challenging. Or even reach your arm up. This is a modified revolved half moon. So you're there. You'll have the opportunity to do the other side. Same options. Or stand up with me. So if you know that you want to stay in that option on the ground, if you've had enough, if your glutes are feeling it, if your hamstrings are feeling it, then try that. It's still challenging, but you're a little closer to the ground. From there, we'll move directly into our peak posture. So we know, and I'll guide us into it, this revolved triangle shape. The idea, if we want to move into, just watch me first and then we'll do it together, our revolved half moon, is we'll use our block and say we start right foot forward, which we will. You'll take your block in your left hand and move it forward and on a diagonal. So again, it's like your same concept as train tracks, but now instead of your feet being the train tracks, it's your left block and your right foot. You'll take more weight from your back foot to front foot. You want your block just underneath your left shoulder. You can keep your right knee bent, left leg back. It might float a little, it might float a lot. Squeeze your outer glutes towards each other. Twist, rotate from your spine to your right side. Right hand behind your head, or in your cactus, or extend. You might work your right leg towards straight, lift your left leg. You can even ditch your block or bring it on the smaller edge all together. So let's practice that all together. If you are on the ground, from tabletop, float your right leg back. Otherwise, right foot forward, left leg back, your feet are on train tracks. Block to your right outer shin if you're using your block. Your stance isn't as long as a warrior or a high lunge, I should say. It's shorter, so your heel can root comfortably. Hands at hips, big breath in. Exhale, hinge from your hips. Take your hands to the skin of your belly and rotate to your right side from that place. Outer glutes squeeze in for stability. Send your butt back, heart forward. Left hand to your right thigh, shin or block. Right hand behind your head or in a cactus shape. Inhale. Exhale, rotate from your spine to your right side. Do you want to extend your right arm long? Inhale, stay here. If you're on the ground, hands and knees, stay here, breathe. You need to take a break, come out, but just try to come right back in. Option for our revolved half moon, our peak, take your block in your left hand, move it forward and at a diagonal. Bend your right knee a little, start to transfer weight from your back foot to front foot and float it a little or a whole lot. Squeeze, continue your outer glutes towards each other. Continue to rotate your spine to your right side. Inhale, maybe option to look to your right hand with your left eye. Exhale here, rotate. Inhale, reach. Exhale, bend your right knee, left foot down, fold. Inhale, stand tall, arms up, or if you're on hands and knees, take a child's pose. Exhale, hands to heart center. Relax your arms down. Inhale. And exhale. Okay, second side. If you're in child's pose, you can start to come up to hands and knees. This time, it'll be your left leg back. Yeah, or maybe right leg back. I might have said it opposite last time, but we're revolving to the left side this time. So do your other side. You know what side you did. You do the other side. Otherwise, we're moving second round to revolved triangle. Really good. We may or may not take that into the revolved half moon, the peak pose. Step your right foot back. Train tracks. Heel rooted on the back. You can use your block to the outside of your left shin. Hands to hips. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, hinge from your hips. Booty back, heart forward, breath in. When you exhale, take your right hand to your left thigh, shin or block. Inhale. Exhale, rotate from your spine to your left side. Inhale here. Exhale, squeeze your outer glutes towards each other. Try to keep your hips nice and level. And then inhale, left hand to your left shoulder or cactus. Exhale, rotate your spine. Stay here or inhale, left arm long. Option to stay here. Of course, you can always come out and then maybe try coming back in. Child's pose is always there for you. Otherwise, we're moving on. Bend your left knee a little. Take your block in your right hand forward and at a diagonal. Slowly bring more weight from your back foot to front foot and float it a little or a lot. Keep your left knee bent or straight. You could ditch the block altogether if you can and want. Inhale, go for length of your spine. When you exhale, rotate your spine to your left side. Inhale here. Exhale, squeeze your outer glutes towards each other. Lift your back leg. Inhale, reach, look up. Exhale, bend your left knee, right foot down, fold. Or child's pose. Inhale, stand tall. Reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. And relax your arms down. Inhale. When you exhale, do meet me in a child's pose. If you are not there already, knees together or wide, your choice. Arms extend, forehead to the ground or your block. Part your lips. Allow yourself to take a few deep breaths and maybe even let go of a sigh or something out your mouth. What emotions are with you now? Right now. What's here? How does that make you feel? Allow yourself to feel it all the way through. Inhale, breathe. Exhale, let be. Inhale, come all the way up. And when you exhale, turn towards the back of your mat. Recline, relax on your back, or you could even take a side-lying Shavasana if lying flat on your back doesn't feel good. Move around, adjust, wiggle until you feel comfortable, like you found your spot. And then just surrender. Surrender to the feeling and to your breath. Start to deepen your breath. And roll to one side if you're not there already. One last time before coming up, check in with your emotions. How does that make you feel? Inhale, breathe. Exhale, let be. Inhale, bring yourself up to a seat. Half gaze with your eyes or close them. Inhale, reach your arms out and up. Gathering all that was good for your practice today, and as you exhale, bring it home. Hands into heart center. It's okay to leave what wasn't perhaps good. Inhale. And exhale. I thank you so very much for practicing with me today. The physical action of rotation of the spine, and for practicing tapping into your emotions and feelings and allowing yourself space and time to let them breathe. From my heart to your heart, namaste.